Hi, and thank you for watching my video on Planned Parenthood for the Project for Awesome this year. On its website, Planned Parenthood describes itself as, quote, one of the nation's leading providers of high-quality, affordable healthcare for women and men and young people, and the nation's largest provider of sex education. Side note, it reaches 1.5 million people every year their education program. Planned Parenthood also works with partner organizations worldwide to improve the sexual health and well-being of individuals and families everywhere. Many people have very strong opinions about Planned Parenthood because they provide abortion services. However, most of their resources is actually dedicated to preventing unwanted pregnancies, not terminating them. 80% of their clients are there for services to prevent pregnancy. The New England Medical Journal actually said, the contraception services that Planned Parenthood delivers may be the single greatest effort to prevent the unwanted pregnancies that result in abortions. Every year they also provide 400,000 Pap tests and 500,000 breast exams, both of which are tests to screen for cancer in women. On top of all of that, they provide nearly 4.5 million tests and treatment for STIs. This is including 700,000 HIV tests. While their healthcare services can be for anyone, they become especially important for women, especially poor women. In 2013, at least 60% of their patients benefited from public health coverage programs. At least 70% of these patients lived at or below 150% of the federal poverty level. Only 3% of their services are abortion services. I do understand, though, if you feel really strongly that you can't support a nonprofit that provides abortion services, and I respect that decision. You'll find linked below the Project for Awesome website. You can go there to explore other charities going on this weekend that hopefully you do want to give your support to. I feel as though I can't talk about Planned Parenthood without discussing the congressional hearing they had this year. Earlier this year, anti-abortionists put out a video that insinuated that Planned Parenthood was illegally selling fetal tissues. It's however been found that those claims were false and the video was manipulated. However, despite these findings, many Republicans have been pushing it anyways in order to pass bills that would defund Planned Parenthood. The spreading of this false propaganda not only led to many leaders and executives having to appear before Congress for congressional hearings, but it also led to increased threats. And then the weekend of Thanksgiving, there was a mass shooting at a Planned Parenthood in Colorado. As of the recording of this video, my research has not yet shown police to have released a statement of what they believe his motivation was. However, from what I've read in reports, it seems like a lot of the evidence stacks that he was an anti-abortionist motivated by this false propaganda going out. He's quoted during his arrest as saying, "No more baby parts." Witnesses at the scene said he was an anti-abortionist. A news story I read this morning also said that he asked for directions to Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood also released a statement to say, "We now know the man responsible for the tragic shooting at Planned Parenthood's health center in Colorado was motivated by opposition to safe and legal abortion." Within a week of the attack, the Senate voted for a bill that would defund Planned Parenthood. Those who voted for it will make arguments that they didn't want to support a health care service that provided abortions. However, there are already laws in place that do not allow federal funds to be used for abortions. Meaning that it is not defunding abortions. It is defunding STI treatments, it's defunding cancer screenings, it's defunding contraception. All this bill is doing is defunding health services, particularly for women with little to no income. I believe Planned Parenthood services are essential and necessary for America. If you want to give your support to Planned Parenthood, you'll find links in the description. There's numerous ways to help. You'll find a link to their donation page. You can also find a link to their volunteer site. If you can take a couple of minutes to set up an account with them, you can then look up volunteer and job opportunities in your area. You'll also find a link below to their action page, what will suggest other ways that you can get involved, such as going to a meetup or an event. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that you choose to support Planned Parenthood. Anything I talked about is linked down in the description below. You can also follow a link back to projectforawesome.com if you want to check out some more charities that are being promoted this week.